connected with that. We don't want our arms to move separately from our rib cage. So this action is happening together. And then leaders, when we take a step back with our left foot for our one, our arms go to the right side. So this is 1, 2. So think of it it should be kind of a natural movement when you walk, your arms swing in contra-body, but we actually want our rib cage to be doing the action, not our arms, yeah? So when we're leading, am I going to lead now? When we lead, I'm going to contra-body to the right, contra-body to the left, and then contra-body to the right again to get my follower to rotate, okay? So I'm really thinking about isolating that rib cage movement so that I'm not overdoing my arms. And again, some of us were making big movements in the beginning while we're getting into our bodies, and that will subside when we're comfortable to get with it. Followers, we talked about that homolateral movement or same side body, which I like to say, where if our right arm is being led forward, our right foot follows. Yes. There's no contra-body action in our bodies, followers, but for now, just on a simplistic level, thinking if my right arm goes this way, my right foot follows. So this allows me to be prepped for my rotation as I fall over on the slippery floor. Today we worked on kind of how to create your own movement, own patterns, be creative with different handholds by adding rotation off of a basic left side pass, okay? So we have our basic left side pass here. All right, let's left off the leaders, left hand, followers, right hand. So we go 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. Then we talked about adding rotation with a free spin, right? So your basic free spin looks like this. We go 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. Then we talked about zones. Yes, so we have zone 3, zone 2, and zone 1. So anytime you add rotation over the follower's head, this is going to be in the zone 1 category, past the left side. It can be any hand hold, right to right, left to left, double hand holds, crisscross applesauce hand holds. All of these would be over zone 1, okay? Then we talked about zone 2, so like right to right to zone 2, brings it to the shoulder. Yes, it depends on which direction you're reading. Then I could do left to left, goes across the follower's body a little bit more. And leaders, we have to kind of reach behind our follower. It's a little different, but it's good to get used to these funky hand holds and funky positioning. Then we got down to zone 3. So these are our folds. We talked about making sure that we really drop that hand down to the hip so the follower can comfortably put that hand into a fold without getting too far away from the body or like chicken wing, which we definitely don't want. What were some of the cool things we did? So if we were going to do a double hand hold, we have to separate the hands. So left hand down, right hand to the shoulder. Looks like this. 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. I think then we switched it, right? No. Then we took left hand to the shoulder, zone 2. And then right hand over the head to zone 1. That one was extra cool. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. You can also let that hand go once it's over. We also talked about possibly ducking your follower. Right? Kind of using nice follow-up. Yes? So really, I encourage you guys to kind of play with those zones, play with different hand holds, find some things to play with, and create your own moves. Again,